Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of the video for Horizon, the gameplay. I am the Nora and the Carja Warriors, and still got a competition going live for a copy of this game to be sent to anyone worldwide. So if you are after Horizon Zero Dawn and you want to enter, head on to the Instagram page, and later on in this video there's going to be a secret word that if you also message to myself on Instagram, then that will get you an extra 2 entries into the competition, so a bit more chance of winning. So watch out for that and then send me that in a message. There's also one in the first part, so gameplay 1, which I'll link in the comments below, in the description. So if you send me that message as well, I'll give you another 2 entries. Plus if you enter the competition, that's 5 altogether, and there's a few other ways to do it as well. Huge thank you to Steamforged Games for sending me these games over. They sent me Horizon, they sent me God Tier with some expansions, and they also sent me the Thunderjaw expansion. So I can't wait to do a gameplay with that in as well. So that's going to come up in the future. So let's get this one to the table and let's play part 2. Okay guys, so before we start the second level, we need to pick a level. We take 3 cards from the top of this deck. And as you can see, we've got, there's 2 level 2s and 1 level 1 left. So obviously if you want to stick with the level 1, you can do, and then you won't get to upgrade then to level 2 after that. But I want to do a level 2. I want to try and get some extra gear and some upgrades to move forward so that I'm a bit stronger. These both require you to have 4 encounter points for player 1 or 2 counts. There's a couple of extra terrains on this one and a bigger map, and therefore potentially more enemies. And there's less enemies on this one, but you get 3 salvage as well for each hunter at the end. So I think I'm going to try this one and see how it goes. It's only 2 map tiles, so it shouldn't be too hard to set up, which means it'll be easier on the camera as well. Easy to get everything in the shot, hopefully. And also less enemies, so I will do that. And then we also get to pick out of these 3 kind of bonus cards as well. Normally for people who are not doing too well or losing, it can help them. But it might be useful for us to use as a cooperation. Discard this card during an attack to inflict an additional 3 damage. So that could be useful. Sabotage. Each of the hunter must scrap the top 3 cards from their action deck at the start of this encounter. We don't want to do that. And this hunter may start the next encounter in any square. So I'm going to go with this. Discard the card during an attack to inflict an additional damage. And then I'm going to put the other 2 at the bottom of the pile so I don't draw them next time. So I'm going to have that with the card. So because we've got a shell walker there, it might be useful to get an extra 3 damage. We might end up needing to use that. So that's that section. Now I'm going to set it up and then get it straight to the gameplay. See you in a second. Okay guys, so we're all set up pretty much for the gameplay. The only issue I have here is that this guy is going to walk off the map at some stage, and this guy is very close and does have quite a lot of health. He's got 11 health. So we're going to want to try and kill him first, but he's only worth 3 encounter points and the Watcher is worth 1. And to complete this level we need at least 4 encounter points. So we have to defeat this level. We have to win. The only thing I haven't set up is the terrain, because the terrain is going on the square spaces. So 1 here and 1 here. And that's not been in one of the matches before, so I thought I'd show you how that goes. We have some tiles here. These squares go on the board where it shows those to help you recognize your terrain, and then the terrain is listed in the book if you need to know what the different terrains do. So the stones, if you can stand on top of them, they give you a better attack. Just trying to find it now in the thing. Not movement, not enemy steps, terrain. Here we go. In the book it says rocky terrain, rocky outcrops. Large spurs offer a natural vantage point in the perfect position to launch a devastating attack, but the attention such boldness brings isn't always welcome. You gain an extra glory point if you perform a ranged or melee attack while in the same square as a rocky outcrop, and either remove a component or kill the target. Hunter in the same square as a rocky outcrop always counts as the most recent activated hunter. So in the cooperative 2-player game we're playing now, it doesn't really make much difference, but that's what it does, just so you're aware, and that's how it works. So to start with here, we're going to look to try and do as much damage as we possibly can. So I'm thinking the Carja warrior, she's not only got some freeze bombs, but she's got quite a good attack that is melee. If we could try and take this guy down first, then we can do a good bit of stuff. With the freeze bombs, I'm definitely going to play one of those with her. And we've also got some cards that says play after this hunter inflicts a condition with an attack to move into the same square as the target and do a free melee attack. So that's most probably what I'm going to do, because if I do the freeze condition, I'll also get then to do something. If I don't get the roll for the freeze condition on my attack, then I will actually get to use the chill water that I've got. So I can spend the chill water to guarantee I'm getting the freeze attack, but we'll see how I roll to see if it comes in. So we get to roll an orange and a black, and I need a critical to get the freeze for free. If not, I need to spend my chill water. So I got nothing and nothing, therefore I need to spend my chill water to get the freeze onto the opponent. Now that means that my attacks will do everything through his damage, and he will become alert. So when we'll flip one of these over ready for when it's his turn. So the freeze will go for his defense of 2. I didn't get anything on my attacks, and I didn't even get a critical to do 1 damage. So I've hit for no damage, but it says if I use this strike, it says if the target is suffering a condition at the start of this attack, inflict an additional 2 damage. So I'm going to use that on this turn to do me a couple of damage extra, and I'm also going to spend this card, which I can discard, to get 3 damage from the start of this battle. Discard this card, which is 3 more damage, so that's an extra 5 damage through the no shield, leaving me with the halberd attack that I'm going to do for an orange and a blue. So let's see how that comes out. So we've got 2 doubles there, which gives us 4 plus the 2 plus the 3, giving us a total damage of 9 onto him. So that's quite a good chunk of damage, but he's got 11 health, which is not nice because it means he's going to attack. So he's got 1. These can go now. These can go to my discard. He does 9 health. Need a few more of these. So he's got 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't attack any of his components because I didn't see the point. But yeah, also if you defeat the cargo, I think it might be the other. Ah, yeah, I've got the wrong side open. If you do the cargo holder, you get to reduce the enemy salvage to 0. But I didn't see the point in doing these things. But maybe now it's going to attack me. It will become apparent why I should have done them. And his first action is cargo holder destroyed. No, it does 1 range damage for 5, which is nasty. And then it does a blaze effect, an area effect, I think, for ranged attack as well. So I believe we do both of these. So I'll do a melee attack, top numbers range, so within 1 space for 5 damage. Then it will do a ranged attack with electricity on it, and times 2, it says. So unless you've got rid of the B, I think then it can't do it, and then it will go away. So that's going to be quite nasty. He's going to try and attack me for 5 damage. I've got an orange roll from a Carja light thing, and I reduce attacks damage by 1. So if I roll the orange, that'll give me how much defense I'm getting. I'm getting 1 plus 1, so I'm blocking out 2 of the damage. It is doing 5 damage in total, so I need to get rid of 5 cards. 3 cards. So there's 3 into my discard, and now my remaining health is what's left here. Then it's going to attack me from range for 4 damage plus electric, and electric to us will I mean, we can't play any interrupt cards, so it's going to give me electric damage on the Carja warrior who attacked. That's not electric. There we go, electric. It's going to attack for 4. I'm going to roll and take 1 less damage, so we've only blocked out 2, so we're losing 2 more cards. And then it's going to do the same again. It says it does it twice. 2 times. I don't know why it says ×2 with your B thing on it. I think if you haven't got the B, it's twice. No, if you have got a B, you do it twice. So I'm going to roll again for my defense. 1. So again, 2 more damage. So I'm taking a lot of damage here with the Carja warrior. I need to get her back up and running. And she's also electrified, which means I can't play any any interrupt cards. So now what I need to do is try and do some damage with the Nora huntswoman. She's got a spear. I can add extra orange to attacks. Precision attack if they do a component to get some stuff. But I need to do basically 3 damage to the shell walker. So if I go for this lightning gun, knock the lightning gun off, it will get 3 damage on it. And then when it dies, we'll get 3 salvage as well. So that's quite nice. So I think I may do that and go for an extra orange roll there. Aim for... So use this card as well. If I'm aiming for a component, I ignore the target's armor. And... yeah, and that'll do me. And I can play the critical hit where I can destroy a component to draw a card from the salvage deck afterwards if I want. So I'm going to roll 2 orange for the Nora spear, plus the 1 orange for the card I've just played, giving me 3 orange. And because I'm attacking this component, it's going to need 4 damage to knock it off and also then do 3 damage to him, which will kill him. So we need 4. We've got just on 4. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've hit it for 4. He is officially dead. Killed by the Carja huntswoman, who is also going to play this card to do 1 extra, get 1 extra salvage deck card, take these things off. So she's going to get 3 anyway for killing him off. And then 1 more, so she's getting 4 salvage cards, which is quite good. Metal shards, 4 metal shards. Sweet. That's quite a nice little bonus for her to have. So we can use them at the end, hopefully. Now we've only got this guy to deal with, who actually at the end of my first turn should have moved 1 space this way, which I forgot about. And I haven't done anything with her other than 1 attack. And I had a free... I used the free move with her, but I forgot to sort out. But some of these are good cards that I used at the start, so I'm going to craft, which means I get to take the bottom 3 cards, which are these, and add them back into my deck, and then shuffle my deck up. We've both been, but we can't end the level yet because we still have this guy over here about to womble about. He gets a second move after this turn is over. Therefore, he's not too far away from running out of the campaign. So we had another... I need 3 more cards for them for next round. And we need a hand of 5 for the Carja warrior. Now she's very, very low on cards. There's only 1 more card in her deck. So what I need to do really is get her back some health. So I'm going to do crafting twice, which means I take the bottom 3 cards and then put them back into the deck. So that's 6 cards added to the deck. Otherwise I'm down to 1 health and I'm screwed. So now we have a little bit of extra health back for her. And I'm not going to do anything else. That's her turn. He's going to move 1. Now we're going to get him within 2 shots. Now I have 5 cards here. The Watcher still doesn't know where we are. It has 4 health and 1 shield. I need it to be attacked so we can hit it. Don't think we need to do too much. I don't want to waste health. So I need to get within 2 spaces to be able to do my hunter bow shot with a blue. So if that's this card here now that I got before, I don't want to waste any arrows or anything else. So I'm going to just run 2 spaces. And if I'm not adjacent, it won't see me. So 1, 2. That puts me within 2 spaces of being able to bow and arrow him. So I'm going to use the blue arrow and the trusty dice tower to... Ooh, I missed. Let me get it. So we hit it for 2 damage. And it's got 1 shield, so it's only going to take 1 damage. This guy's gone, so you can flip away. But the watcher now is alert. Obviously he knows we're there. And it will be his go next. I've done my 2 moves with her. So he's going to be alert, yes, move 1 space towards the closest non-alert enemy. Right. There's no non-alert enemy. He says no, move 1 towards the hunter. And then it does an attack in 0 range of 4, but it can't hit me from there right now, so can't actually get me. Then we're on to the Carja warrior. If I don't want to draw up any more cards, so I'm going to stick with the 5 I've got. I'm going to sprint with her for 1, 2. I'm assuming that electric will go away. And then I can do a ranged attack because the not ranged, the melee attack, because melee attacks move in 1 space when you attack. That lets me roll an orange and a blue. So see if we get any. Nice. Oh, the blue's hit for 3. So she moves in 1, does 3 damage, but blocks out 1 with its shield. So it's going to only take 2 damage, meaning it needs 1 more damage to die. I could have added some damage. Should I add it? Oh, is it worth it? No, I'm going to fade roll. After resolving an evade roll, something like form a sprint instead of dodging. Or I could free. No, so I'll leave it and let it attack me if I need to, which is a bit annoying because I'm in the space. There's no condition on it, so I couldn't have given him the extra 2 damage. After resolving an attack, I can perform a free sprint action, so I might do that. The sprint action will get me away over here because I've got less health than the other character, and she's also got less cards overall. So she's 2 health down already to start with. So it makes more sense to do that. Then he's going to move 1 space here, attack my Nora woman who's got a defense of 2 orange, and he's attacking for 4. So 1 orange, 1. Right, so we're getting hit by 3. I'm not having good luck with the rolls there. Stamina can go away. I want to keep the hunter arrows, are really good, and this additional arrow is good. Dodge check before a range attack. That can go away. I guess I'll have to get rid of an extra hunter arrow. That's a bit annoying. But then it'll be my turn anyway, so I'll draw back up to 5 cards, meaning I get another hunter arrow, another inventive with extra orange. So I've got a nice set of hunter arrows and orange stuff added into attacks. Whether I need to use them or not though is another question. He's only got 1 damage on him, so I'm wondering if it's worth it. I could guarantee the damage most probably. I could potentially get 2 with the 2 orange anyway from a regular. It's the bow. We're definitely getting 1 damage. I could hopefully get 2 or 3. There's only 1 on this blue, so I know there's 2. So I've got a 2 in 3 chance of getting more than that. So I'll add a hunter arrow just to make it an orange as well. Now attack it. And yeah, I've got 3 on the orange and 3 on the blue, 1 on the orange, so that's 4. So he's definitely dead. And that is the 1 turn for her. And her second turn is going to be to put 3 of these cards back into a deck. Shuffle. Then it's the end of her turn. And we're going to call that end of the level because that's all we needed to do. So let's take it to the market stage and see what we want to buy and upgrade and stuff as well. So first I like to look at the upgrades and see what I've got to upgrade with. And then I realised that I killed her with one of these. She's got another scrap card as well, so she's got loads of cards. Either we can add 2 weak point cards, add 2 hit and runs, or add 2 lore shots. So they're level 2. Weak points: if the target of this attack has 1 or more destroyed components, inflict an additional 1 damage. Hit and run: after performing an attack, you may perform a free sprint. Or lore shot: after this attack is resolved, perform a free sprint action with the hunter, then move the enemy 2 squares. So hit and run is just sprinting, and lore is sprinting and moving the enemy, so that seems better already. And weak point: add any extra 1 damage if you get rid of a component. Sounds quite useful maybe, and also helpful getting attacks down. But I'm going to go for the lore shots. I'm going to put them into her deck. So because we're level 2, the level we've just done, we get to do that. We've just done this one, the lore shot. That'll give me the extra 2 cards I need for extra health as well, which is always a bonus. And the Carja Warrior, it says we get a trait called Frostbite. We can add 2 Deep Freeze cards, or we can get a trait called Greater Challenge. So let's see what they are. So the Frostbite trait: if this hunter rolls a critical when making an evade roll that only contains orange dice, they can apply freeze to an enemy, the enemy that attacked them. So I only use orange dice anyway, so that's not too bad. The Greater Challenge trait: when this hunter kills an enemy, they gain an additional glory point for each. We're not doing glory points, so it doesn't matter. And if this target is suffering a condition at the start of the attack and it removes a component, gain an additional glory point. So this doesn't really matter to us. We want the Frostbite thing. This Frostbite lets us give orange. If we roll the orange dice for defense and we get a critical, then we get to give them a freeze as well. So she's got a few things on her defense now as well, which is nice. Some of the stuff we've bought. Then we need to look at the upgrading for our components and what we can buy. Obviously the Carja Warrior hasn't actually got any stuff, but she will, for completing the level, now take 3 scavenger cards. So she gets a blaze, some metal shards, 2 blazes, and then over here we're getting more metal shards, 3 metal, oh my god, 3 metal shards. So she in total, just by randomness, has ended up with 8 metal shards, which seems a bit extreme. You can only buy a certain amount of things, but now I have 8 shards, so if anything's expensive, she's going to be going for it. I'm pretty sure you can only buy 1 thing. No, it doesn't say that. You can trade 2 metal shards for any other resource, so she's going to be able to pretty much buy anything. You've got to have out an armor, a weapon and armor, 2 mods, 2 ammunition, and a miscellaneous card. So let's get those out and see what we can get. Let's move these back onto out the way. Let's put these over here so we've got a bit of a clearer view, and we don't need these anymore. So we need, there's a upgrade, 1 modification, there's another mod, so we're not allowed any more mods, so that's going to have to go, that's going, that's going. Shock wire, that's an ammunition, we need 2 ammunitions, there's another one, firebomb, and then we need to find a weapon and an armor. So these were shuffled previously, but not getting any. Oh, there we go, Carja Warbow. So that looks nice. That does a lot of stuff. And might be useful. It classes as 2 different types of bows. So this is the type of bow we've got here. I'm pretty much going to try and buy it with her, I think. Now we need to find an armor. There's a miscellaneous, which is resist shock potion. We need an armor somewhere. Come on, armor. Orb satchel, blast wire, shock bombs. At least we get to see them all. Fire arrow, damage. And there we go. The Banuk Hunter medium armor is what we've got. So this is what we can choose from. As the Carja warrior, she hasn't got a lot of stuff she can buy, but she does have some upgrades we could get to improve things. We could, on a critical hit, this attack inflicts fire in addition to any other effects. So the sling we've got normally does freeze, and I'm not sure if she has any other effect anyway, but I haven't seen it. Target's armor value by 2 when targeting a component. Oh, so the tear coil helps you get coils off, and should be useful. But I'm not sure if we want it. The shock wire gives electric, which when you hit them with it, it means they only get to resolve one action on their card. So if, like before, we had 2 actions on here, they can only do 1, which is nice. And fire bombs give them damage at the end of each round. That would go with the sling that I've got for over here. But I don't have anything that can fire that, so that's kind of out of the way. So might be worth me trying to get some extra armor for the Carja woman, maybe. She's got some things, but she hasn't got enough to buy that armor really. I can change this to be, these two can be swapped for metal shards, which would then give me enough to buy the armor. Whether I want a better armor or not is nothing, but it gives you get to roll a black and an orange, so potential for some good armor, whereas this only rolls an orange. The Carja warrior bow is definitely going to over here. Even though I took the hunter bow before, I think the Carja warrior bow is way better. So I need to spend 1 for that, 2 for the blaze, and 2 for the, it's not blaze, is it? It's electric stuff, whatever, purge water and chill water and all that stuff. So I've got to spend 5 of these to buy that for her. She's definitely having that. And you can choose on critical if you can give them frozen or electric, so that's nice. The Carja warrior should maybe buy this damage because she's got low health and we're also took a lot of health before. She's going to pay all of those resources to buy this Banuk Hunter medium. And then Nora Mark's one's got a bit of coin left, so you could buy some other upgrades as well if we wanted. Critical. I can't actually afford to buy this tear one, which is a shame. I've only got 3 left, and you got to pay 2 to get the extra resource. If I had 1 more, I could have bought it, but I haven't. So I could get the fire coil, which will give us some nice upgrades on the fire damage. If it's a critical hit, this attack inflicts fire in addition to any other damage or effects. But this weapon says it can only ever inflict 1 condition per attack, so it's not worth me getting that. And I could get a resist shock potion maybe. Scrap this card so that then she can't get shocked, so maybe I'll buy that for 2. Might as well spend it while I'm here at the shop thing. So I'll keep that off to the side there ready if I need it. So that's the phase done. We've leveled up. We don't need to do the victory step stuff. We're on to level 3. So hopefully I'll have a nice challenge for level 3. That's it.